What's up guys, we're back again today with another great video, and I'm sure you can tell by the title of the video we're actually not going to get to work in the garage today. We actually have a problem inside the house that's super annoying that we need to go ahead and get fixed. So if your washer is keeping you up at night, your Samsung washer, and you'll put some towels in it and it'll run all the way and get down to like 15 minutes left, and then it starts doing that freaking beeping thing where it's like doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo every freaking 5 minutes and keeping you up, then stay tuned to this video and I'll show you guys how to fix it. Alright, so I went ahead and grabbed the tools out that you guys will need for this. So get some painter's tape, a Phillips head screwdriver, and some vice grips or some pliers. It'll make it a little bit easier. And this should be all the tools that you need for this beside the parts that we needed to buy, and I'll show you guys those right here in a minute. The link to the parts will be also down below in the description. Alright, so we're inside now. This is the washer that we're actually going to be working on today. And as you guys can see, here is the model number. It's kind of gone away, but it's WA50T 5300 AC-US. So that's the model that we're actually going to be working on today, and I will show you. So there is the model number on my phone, and then this is actually the parts that we bought off Amazon, and I'll have a link down below to these parts, but these are the 2025 year upgraded ones. It doesn't look like it's wanting to focus. And then this is what they look like in the box. So we got them today. So this is the parts we're going to use, and again, here is the tools. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to take the top off. Basically, we're going to take this full top piece off, lean it back. That way we can get to the suspension rods or the suspension springs, which are in each corner right here. So let's go ahead and we'll get into it. All right, so first things first, I've actually already done this off camera, but I've got the washing machine slid all the way forward. That way I can kind of get behind it a little bit too. Make sure you unplug it and then turn your water off. That way, in case something happens weird, the water don't spray on you if you disconnect it in the back or something like that. But you don't need to disconnect your water lines from the washing machine. Just unplug it just so you don't electrocute yourself. So the first thing we're going to do right here is there's actually 2 screws underneath these rubber grommets on either side. We're going to go ahead and use our flathead screwdriver, or you can use a plastic pry tool to pop those out so we can get to those 2 screws. Alright, so I've got a flathead here, so we're just going to go underneath the edge right here and pull up, and then the grommet will come out. Same thing over here on this side. And then underneath that, I'll actually grab the camera, but underneath these right here is a Phillips head screw that you're going to take out. So this is what it looks like right here. See it right there and right there. So we'll go ahead and unscrew these really fast. Alright, so there's our 2 screws from the front. Now we're going to move to the back. That way we can pop this back panel off that's back here. Alright, so the screws on the back are going to be right here and one right here. Once you get those 2 done, we can actually pop this up, and then there's going to be 2 more screws, and then once we do that, this whole piece should be able to prop up, and then we can actually start putting the suspension rods in. Alright, so now that we got those 2 screws out, we can just grab on either side and pull up just like this. And as you guys can see, there is wires here, so don't pull it off or anything like that. We're actually going to leave those connected, but you'll see there's actually 2 more screws right here. There's 2 more screws right here and right there. Once we undo those, we can actually, the whole top piece will come off. Alright, so one thing I will show you guys real quick, I'll take a break right here. Just make sure you kind of stay organized because the screws are different. So I've kind of got them laid out in reverse order. This is the 2 we just took out. There's the smaller ones that pop this top piece off right here. And then here are the larger ones that goes behind those rubber grommets in the front. So we can kind of just go in reverse order, and we got everything laid out nice and neat. That way we're not putting stuff in the wrong spot. So, and then right here is this, kind of got everything laid out. So here is where your painter's tape is going to come in handy. So now this whole piece is loose. If you can see right here, this whole piece is loose now. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take that painter's tape and we're going to tape down right here, and maybe one in the front and one on that side, and that'll keep this glass door shut against this part, so that way it's not opening too with this while you've got it propped up. This is where it's good to maybe have a helper or something to kind of prop this up while you're doing the suspension rods down in there. Again too, once we pull this up, don't jerk it off really quick, because there's actually a wire holding it in either that corner or this corner that you need to release to be able to pull it all the way up. So you're going to feel tension once we start pulling this up. Just make sure you don't pull and rip those cables out. So you guys saw I taped it up, and I actually went ahead and disconnected these lines over here. So if you can see, it's kind of hard, but there's two lines right there. Just disconnect those, because this wire is like super tight, and you need to be able to get to this one right there, and you won't be able to if you don't undo this, because it's just so tight. You can try to do it, but it's a lot easier if you just undo those on that side. As you can see, you also have a line over here, but that one actually has a lot more movement, and you can see we can get to that pretty easy, the suspension rod on this side. So now this is where you're going to have your partner or somebody help you kind of hold this up while you're pulling the shocks up and replacing them all the way around. This is where the pliers will come in handy. You can grab onto them right here and pull them up, and once you get this up and over, you can just disconnect it from the bottom. I'll show you right here kind of what it looks like. As you can see right down in there, you can see once you unhook it, it actually comes out on that left side down here at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see that good, but once you unhook the top, you'll just let it drop out down there, and then you'll just reverse that to put it back in. So you'll slide it in the bottom and then pull it up right here to click it in. All right, so we'll start on this one so you guys can see it. I'm just gonna grab it by hand. Just reach down in there and pull up on it, just like this. Then you can grab it and then just slide it over. So now that one's disconnected. Your whole drum's gonna kind of want to lean that way, and then what you're gonna do is just push down, and then it'll slide right out of the bottom. And then this is what it'll look like. So on the bottom, what you're gonna do is we're gonna feed the new one down in there, and it's gonna go into that channel like I was telling you guys about, and then it's gonna hook, and then that's where you're gonna have to pull up really hard on this one to get the top to go in right here. But film down in there where you can see them.
Let me see.
You can see it?
Yeah.
All right, so we've got our new one here. You're going to want to lube these with Bounce Be Gone, or just some white lithium grease, or some specific grease that's meant for this. You can't use other types of grease like caliper grease or something like that that I would have in the garage. It says that you have to use something that's meant to prevent vibrating. But we've got our new one right here. We've got it greased up. So what you're going to do is you're going to click it in right here, and you can actually use your other hand. I'm holding the flashlight, but you can use your other hand to pull up on the drum to make it a little easier. So once you've got it hooked in down there, as you guys can see, you're going to pull it up. When you set down my flashlight, you're going to pull it up and over and hook it in just like that. So now we've replaced this one. So now we've got to do that same thing on these other spots. So here, back here, and right here. So, all right, so we move straight back right here. And on this one, you've got a power line, and it looks like a water line or a drain tube right here. It's ran down, and there's actually a plastic harness that's holding on to the suspension rod. So you're just going to go ahead and disconnect that. Just push straight back, and it'll pop it off. Just like that. And I'll show you guys a little bit closer what it looks like right there. So now we can go ahead and pop this out just like we did the one up front. And now you're going to take that plastic piece, and I'll show you guys right here in a second. I'm just going to pop that back onto the rod just like that. And as you guys can see, there's what it looks like now. So we've got that plastic brace or mount clip back onto the suspension rod. All right, same thing right here. Just push the drum back. You can actually grab it and it'll help you. Pull that off, push it down. We've got this one done. And as you guys can see, these, I can tell a big difference in these springs. They feel worn out compared to the new ones. They're a lot more stiff. So let me grab the new one. Slide it down in there. When you lube it, you're going to lube them up in here and down around these spots. Got it hooked in, pull up, just like that. So now we've got one more to go in the back corner and then we'll be done. All right, so same thing in this back corner. We'll just grab the drum right here, pull up, disconnect that. There's our old one out. We'll grab the new one, slide it down in there, just like that, and we'll pull up and put it on. So now we've got all new suspension rods all the way around, and now I'll show you guys how to put the top back on. All right, so first things first, just remember to connect these wires back. Obviously the yellow goes to yellow and the black goes to black. The connectors are also blue and then white. So connect these back first and then you can set your top down and we'll start putting our screws in. All right, so now we've got our wires connected in the back, so we can just put down our top just like that. Just make sure it's in the right spot all the way around. And now we can go ahead and start putting our screws back in. We'll start back here in the back. We'll flip this forward. And then we'll put those two larger screws that look like this. We'll put those back in first. And the two spots right here. So one's right there. And then the other one is over here. So we'll put those back in. All right, so now that you've got those two in, you're gonna put the electrical panel back on. Just gonna make sure you line everything up right there, and then it should just drop right into place. Just like that. You'll make sure your screw holes are lined up here in the back. That'll be a good indicator that you're where you're supposed to be at right there. These are gonna be the two smaller Phillips head screws that look like this. And these are gonna go right here. And then in the same spot over here. All right, so now we're to the final step of putting them back together. So we've got the two larger screws right here. We'll drop them down right there and right here, and we'll tighten those up. All right, so now just take your two rubber grommets and pop them back in just like that. All right, so now that you've got your washer all back together, now you can go ahead and I would actually grab, our biggest thing is towels. Anytime we put towels in here, that's the biggest issue it has, and I think some of our bedding. So now if I was you guys, probably what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a load of towels, put it in here, see how it reacts, and see if it can get through the full wash cycle without hearing that do-do-do, do-do-do every 5 freaking minutes, because that is so annoying about these washers when they do not fully wash the stuff. That beeps all the time. Just wanted to add this clip in. So we are running a cycle. As you guys can see, it's in the spin mode. This is normally where it would get hung up and start doing the beeps of death that we hate. And as you guys can see, it's spinning perfectly fine. So it fixed it, thank goodness. So hopefully this helps your all's problem as well. So I hope this install helped you guys out a little bit different than what we normally do, because normally we're working on cars on this channel. But please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We may have some other stuff we do around the house, and if you are interested in cars and things like that, I do a lot of stuff with Toyotas and Corvette and a lot of different cars like that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget, obviously we're going to slide this back after the video is done. We're going to plug it back in and make sure you turn your water back on. Don't forget to do those steps. And that's pretty much it. Super easy install, and I hope it helps you guys. Peace out, and remember, build your masterpiece.
Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change.